Great and beautiful morning, afternoon, and evening to you all, wherever you're joining me at this hour. I said, welcome to 153 edition of Investdata Trading Academy live with Ambrose. Yes, I'll tell you that the global market as we speak now has remained also in a mixed situation as we saw yesterday. But the good thing that we are seeing that most of the market across the globe are trying to also resist the decline, despite that most of them are making also lower lows. But I believe that with the information we're expecting around the globe, that will also support the market as we speak. As we speak now, you can see that the market across the globe are mixed, as I've said earlier, but on the strength of all eyes on September consumer price index from US, and also we're seeing that we're expecting kind of a switch from the Fed, and all these are what we're expecting to see if they will still maintain the 75 basic point hike in rate. But it is these factors that will determine what will happen in the next Fed meeting, which is the last one for the year. That is why all eyes are around it. And also don't forget that what is happening in Ukraine and Russia is not even matter, as also this has also trying to bring another tension around the globe, because the war is or the conflict has lingered so much, and people are saying that where are they going from here? And also the fear of recession has even kind of dampened price appreciation or recovery was we saw the price of crude oil, despite the oscillation continuing in that market or in that sector. As we speak now, oil is being around the 94.66 dollar per barrel. And despite there was also recent cut by OPEC, but fear of demand of the oil is what also impacting these prices up and down in that sector. And that is why the market across the globe also continue to oscillate as we speak. Because it continue to oscillate, the market is in this situation at this hour. But I believe that your trading plan also guide you to an extent that if you know when to exit your position, because your stop loss, I would say that it's most important than even your decision to buy stock. That means you must not play with your stop loss, or no, your entry and exit strategy. You must know also your profit target. Don't be greedy in this kind of market that is on extreme volatile mode. You need to know exactly when to cut your loss and also when to take your profit. Also, when to wait. Like the video I released last time, I told you about that video that it will tell you why this stock you can still hold your position because of what to review the momentum behind the price or behind the price appreciation or price movement behind the trend you are seeing. If also you compare with other who have learned in this class, you know exactly when to take profit and also when to be ready to jump into a new position. Despite what is happening in the market across the globe, even down here in Nigeria, we see that there is still opportunity in the market. As we speak, US market indices are green, up, all than Jones, S&P, and the Nasdaq are in green now. While in Europe market, we are seeing also in mixed market. Asia and Africa remain in that mixed direction. For this one, as we speak, Nigeria market is also in red, marginally red at this hour. It tells you that all these are trying to inform you that market is waiting for a trigger. Like I said, in US, we are looking off eyes and what on September consumer price index. Also down here, the market is also oscillating. We saw market for straight 2 days in Nigeria that we have seen a recovery market, but I said it's a semi-recovery because there's no good volume to submit this recovery as to speak. After we have seen a sharp pullback on Thursday, we saw a marginal rebound on Friday, which was extended to yesterday. But this morning, we are seeing that the market is a bit dull, the volume is low, and we're having seen a marginal loss also at this hour. All eyes on what? On the inflation figure for the month of September here, despite the economic headwinds, as the World Bank or IMF has also kind of downgrade or kind of reduce the forecast for economic growth here from 3.4 to 3.2. Good is still in the but one thing that it's not only Nigeria, it's a global down review because of what is happening, especially with the aggressive interest rate that the central banks of the world have adopted. That is why there was downgrade. It's not for that thing. And also crude oil price coming below $100 might not be, but I believe especially why the downgrade was once we're increasing it, automatically you are kind of know, tightening your economic growth. I think that if you are not taking, most of the economy will go into recession. To speak, partially or technically, US is in a recession. But let's see what happened here down here in Nigeria. As I was looking forward to see our what the Q3 GDP, but I believe what we see in the company performance that Q3 also inform us or give us an insight what we should expect from what from the GDP for third quarter 2022 ended September. On this whole, market is still very dicey. That means you need to play it with information and with tools. It's not the time to guess. That's why if you're not gotten the circuit of profiting or making money in the market cycle, using a time and what and price action you need to do. Yesterday, I mentioned about using a price structure, using momentum, and also using what market timing. If you understand all this, today I'm going to look at also how to use price and what price and volume. Because if you understand how to use it, no matter what the market is doing, there's still the opportunity for you because if you know how to apply all this what in your decision, you will see where to put your head or where to put your money. You can make money despite what is happening, especially in this inflationary environment. Which sectors are going to do well? Which individual company? Here now in Nigeria, we know that yes, interest rate has gone up, tremendously. But once you also should remember that those critical sectors that the CBN intervene, they've extended their own 5% even as March next year. Just that those sectors will still expect to see a better number because they are not having access to the commercial loan that was involved. They are still enjoying that critical intervention funds from the central bank, which also from the federal government. That also tell you that where you should also keep your eye that number will still remain good. Yes, you know that environment everywhere cost of production has gone up, but see, their company are still going to put what a positive and strong number at the end of the day. Once this number hit the market, also we have seen the trend from all the study we have done, all this while you should know where you should also be entering at this point because of what either policy going to impact the sector or what is inflation is doing, where also that we are not seeing much of what imported raw material because of what is happening what in the foreign exchange market that are also going to add to the board. Those that have done backward integration, that you see, and those also that have market outside Nigeria, as we produce here, they are taking it to take advantage of this West Africa trade zone, to also move out, their product here and also sell in dollar and come back. You see that those companies will produce more with all those, but they might also see what return at the end of the day. It's a way to also balance and see what is the psychology, what is the sentiment, what is the momentum behind those companies' performance and the numbers. Because I tell you, no matter how your number is, it is demand and supply enough for your stock to determine where your price will go. And that also also tell you whether there's positive sentiment for that or negative sentiment. When there's a positive sentiment, you should expect what to happen. When there's positive sentiment, you also expect what to happen. This will guide you as an investor to know exactly what to do in the market anytime, any day, so that you will be ahead of the market. But if you are sitting down and watching without having not knowing what to do, you should also be like you are guessing to play the market, and guessing will not give you the right result you expected to have in the market. That means you must be focused so that you can get a good result at the end of the day. So that everyone that is also watching the market is using that same indicator you are using, then you need to go further to see exactly what is the interpretation of this indicator, so that at the end of the day, if you're able to work, like I tell you that in any market situation, you must know what work for you. And that work for you is what you're going to put your hand and also hold onto it, so that at the end of the day, you're able to make informed investment decisions. Like I said, that every trader or investor in the market across the globe are looking for ways of improving their trading, improving their investment decision. On that, we must look for some keys or some indicators, some keys I call or some tools, tools that indicators that will help you to take motion. And that's why I took my time to do that. That will help you to combine what the divergent and what and momentum to make information. Because in all many indicators the market have been tested, we see that the power of this price volume, momentum, and divergence is very important. These are where action is taken because I said earlier that anything about trade is about what supply and demand. Anything about investment is about supply and demand. For sometimes to move someone up when there's a high demand for a thing and there's no supply, price is about to go up. Also, when there is supply and there's no demand, price is about to go up. But we want to see what are the volume accompanying all this decision or to buy or to sell. This also will help you to know exactly what to do so that at the end of the day, you are taking the right investment decision. Because they are shown that once you use the right tools or the right indicator in the market, I'm telling you, you are bound to make proper decision, and that should also play out on your investment. It's very important so that at the end of the day, you also see that your return is also surprising you because you know how to combine your volume and your price with momentum effectively to make what is called right investment decision, buying at the right time, also selling at the right time. one of the biggest and the most interesting recovery that we have made, and that is what we have shown to you through that video, so that it will help you to know the relationship between divergent and momentum, and also and price action, which is what the price structure. You need to understand money flow is too there, and also I also incorporated trend line, what's it called, C line, to make you understand it very well, to know exactly when to go profit, and also when to take when to watch your position and watch, and when to take profit, and also when it comes down, when also to jump back in that the same position. So that at the end of the day, you're able to make informed investment decision. If you're able to combine these factors I just mentioned, I'm telling you, you want to start means you are really position to want to make money, because anything we are doing, what really impact volume or price have on what on your decision is very, very important. For that, you will not play with it. The results are proving that momentum, increase momentum and volume without any type of what news or fundamental report, stimulate the stock on what, or the sector you are looking at would not about 70 to 80%, from 70 to 80% of what of the stock movement, or experiencing a what a large price change within trading days. You need to look at what is happening. You need to look at what volume, what is there, because of there is a fundamental news or any news in the market concerning this stuff. That's where this volume is coming out. But when you see that there is no news in the market and volume is coming out of the stock, it also tells you that something is happening, and that is why you see say momentum is very, very key. People that follow me know why momentum is very, very important. As I see that volume coming out, and price have not changed. I'm telling you, it's a key that price will still respond to that volume. And also, I tell you that momentum is one that leads price. If you are seeing also a strong momentum in stock, the price does not move, then that price will still respond. That is why divergent is very, very key. When you see divergent and strong momentum, then that something is about to happen, and you must know exactly where to, so that you can position ahead of that recovery for that divergent and the momentum. That is also how to also invest. You also need to think that this is also the exciting time. You need to know at this time market is volatile, everybody is panicking. You, because of the tool you are using, you enter the market with boldness, because you have skill, you understand how to trade. You are not investing, you are not guessing in what you are doing. You understand the decision you want to take and why you want to take that decision, and that is why it is good to understand what you are doing, and that is why the master class we have done, all this what we are doing here every day, this 30 minutes, and also Saturday, just for us to get more grip of the market. We can take what informed investment decision, so that at the end of the day, we are not running hatter scatter, that we have taken the wrong decision. No, because we are in the right stock. You need to understand that that is the best way to work to invest, so that at the end of the day, we're able to divide the movement between price and volume, and that is done, we are able to go. This means that when volume drastically increase and stock price begin to move without any outside news, that will just explain that the move, the end of any the move. That means explain that the move, they end up neither continue in a moving or stay at a new price. You need to understand it either for a week. For when you see that move, like what happened in Guregu, we didn't see much volume, but yes, because it was a real estate, you can see that the music were that's just overnight, because volume started coming up, people wanted supply started coming down. Yes, this is what you need to know. But if you are seeing a movement in a stock without any fundamental news, moving with volume, and volume is coming, price have not respond, watch that position. You're about to see that the way that stock will move, you'll be surprised that what I put this stock is because of what is happening behind. And it's why good to look at momentum to know exactly what to do at that particular time. Once you're able to craft that, you are good to go. When testing sharp movement increase, accompanying a fundamental news directly impacting what the stock or the stock sector, the stock experience what a dramatic price change about 85% to 90% of the time. You can see now, I'm giving you two scenarios that the result that prove that volume move without any type of news or fundamental report stimulate the stock to stock or the stock sector result to what between 78 to 80 or 70 to 80, I explained, of the stock experiencing a large price change within 2 trading days of the volume spike. You can see. Then I'm explaining another one to you now, so that you can get this grip and know exactly how to use them and when it also is applicable. So when testing a sharp volume increase accompanied by what fundamental news directly impacting what the price or the stock sector, the stock experience what a dramatic price change about what 85 to 90% of the time, but only three out of 8 to 10 stocks remain at a new price level, while 7 stocks went back to what to their previous day. When you see that kind of movement, continuation is very, very important, and that is why you need to know what is the momentum behind it. You have seen that price and volume were moving. You need to know what is the strength behind it, because you have to see that speed, that force, that energy behind it. That's why momentum is very, very strong. I explained that momentum in that video, how to use momentum also to to invest. Once you're able to catch this momentum and know exactly where it's going, even when you see the price, you know that this price will continue uptrend. You need to also hold your position and watch to see exactly what is happening. This communication to use the word what when price move either up or down, when earnings or other information related to the stock or the sector is released. The stock has already what moved and they will reverse direction very quickly to go back to where the previous level is. You need to know, is it because of the release date, is it because of the release price, when is it coming? That's why you need to be in the result in the stock before the result or the information hit the market. That is how to work, how to play with all this. You must understand it to see enough volume that is coming out of that stock. Once you're able to get it, you are good to go, because that is the factor that will drive what the price. Because most times I said don't trade news, need to trade the response to the news. That is what the candlestick and the price action structure will give you instead of what to do at that particular time. That's why every technical analyst or trader must understand exactly what the chart is saying to know where the direction of the chart. That will help you also to take a form. Okay, now say like how much volume do you need to know? I told you there is what we call average volume. Which when I'm on the chart, I will explain that to you to see the average volume. Once you see that, that the demand or the volume of that stock has increased, like almost 35% increase from the over average of 5 lakh, average of let's say average traded volume has improved with more than 70% up, more than the average. You should know that something is happening in that stock. You want to see how far for what the stock is doing. For example, at the stock that's doing about let's say 1 million units or before, that's the average. But the day you see that stock doing about 1.8, 1.9, 2 million or 1.5, 1.75, you know that something has happened in that stock. You need to also follow that trend to know that something is about to happen, and that's how to use volume. This volume spark go a long way also to support the price movement. That volume is why those that come and say they will come momentum investing, and also what we saw also divergent. All these are things we want to combine at the end of the day to see what is behind the stock. Once you're able to know how to use this, you are good to go, and that will help you to work to make informed investment decision. No matter what it is, once you get it right, you will benefit from it. Like I said, if there is no fundamental news again causing the sharp rise in the volume, and I'll tell you that these are in favor of what of any what significant change in price of that stock. And that means this is what we are looking at. There's no information, but something happening. That means look at where the market is. Is it above the 50 days moving average? Is it what the institutional investors are acting? Are they one taking position? Are they one pushing? Are they one entering? That is, once you know that one, if price are more money that particular time, know that price will because they don't buy with small money. They are the one that bring that momentum to the market. So that you must keep your eye to see exactly where they are going, so that you will not jump out at the wrong time or when it's they've not moved. Once you know they are the one, because there's indicators to show you who is making all this move. And once you know that these are the know that the institutional investors are behind the volume and behind the price movement, you need us to do that. Why is why our market recently, because that I would say it anywhere that volume is a sign that there's no liquidity in the market, and the big boys, the money flow is low or below 50, there's no fund in the market. And there's a lot of what high interest rate, people are not going to trade. These are what we're experiencing in the market. For that, we need to also use caution to know, like when I saw the movement of index yesterday, like I tell you that index is just for the general market. Look at individual sectors, and you see what happened in the banking sector yesterday. I see that after the bank has suffered losses, I see that the value there has also started attracting the position taking ahead of the number, and also knowing that we want to see that this sector is the most is the engine room of any economy, and at the same time we expect to see good numbers from despite the last deduction that was made for by CPN. And I told you that that should not affect them, only that for them to make more, but that's also will helping them to not have less non-performing loan, because they have more money back with CPN at the end of the day. Let's also keep our finger crossed that this sector, banking sector, all those real estate back commodity or companies we see, let's look at them because these are sectors that will do well in this environment. As I'm telling you, that is where you should be looking at banking sector because of inflation, oil price, and the oil sector because of the nature of the product, and also don't forget that it's a cyclical sector. But still, because I told you said it earlier this class that look at even those that are only in marketing of oil in Nigeria here, local, they're not doing crude oil. I think that they are making profit, because most of them their lubricant price has gone up times two. At the same time, as we speak now, in the same Nigeria, at different zone, we are selling at different price. That is also a plus for them. I believe that this also will reflect on their number. But if the further pricing goes up, also the same thing. Most of those that are in crude oil, we have seen what Seplat have done. These are the things we'll be looking at. Where should I be putting my money? Oil, the healthcare sector, can see these are sectors that are enjoying those critical intervention where there is low interest rate also as we speak. You need to understand all this once you get that back of your mind, and also when you are investing to help you to make what informed investment decision. Yes, we want to come back to the market, live market. Yes, you can see that as we speak now, our market is slightly in red. You can see it here. You can see it for yourself here. And the volume we are seeing is very small. And you can see here what is happening in the market now at this moment. But we need also what to see, exactly what to do at this hour. But it's very, very important to every one of us. Let me quickly do something here. Just hold on. I want to check something. Okay. Yes, this is the position of the market now. Market see will see that the 2 days you can see 2 days green so up here in the market, which is also good. Like I said, this green black line on the volume will tell you once you see this volume crossing the top is trading above the average traded volume. That's why I said in the last 5 days, you want to see the volume you are seeing is there above the average. It's a sign that something is happening. It's very, very key. Always put your eyes on that so that it also guide you when you are making an investment decision. Also speak now, the market is trading at 47,557.27. Market is down by negative 8.66 to 0.02% in the green, in the red. But on the whole, we're also having a negative market breadth, slightly negative. We're seeing 7 losers and 6 gainers. Among that, we're seeing Global Spectrum PLC, we're seeing ROT Briscoe, we're seeing ICO, also seeing APC Transport and QTIS. These are the top losers in terms of the decline part of the at this hour. On the other side, you can see among the gainers, we're seeing a Resta again surfacing in almost 9%, leading Resta Express, followed by Me and Baker. You can see Cornerstone Insurance, Jais Bank, and also FCMB. You can see that the banks are coming back. We are seeing the opportunity, the bank's performance, and now that the prices are low, we are seeing a low valuation also attraction in that sector. These are the things we want to look at. Then, if you look at volume, traded, the top volume traded now, GTCO lead that volume, followed by Dangote Cement, and they were seeing a mutual benefit, and also Zenith Bank and Me and Baker. Yes, as we speak now, we are seeing volume in Dangote Cement. This is a high cap stock. We have not seen either going up now or down as we speak to know exactly what is happening in that stock. About almost 8 million shares we have seen traded. This also can change the price either up or down. But I think as we go on, as we speak at this hour, the price is still around there. That does not change up or down. But don't forget that when it change negative, go to drop the index down. But when it get up, so these are the things you need to also watch across now. But despite what is happening in that Obajana and also Dangote with the Kogi State government and all those stuff, these are what was see the stock have remained resilient with all these days. But today we are seeing about 8 million share trading. We have not seen a change in price. But you need to also keep your eyes on it. Said the volume led by district code followed by Dangote Cement, Mutual Benefit, Zenith Bank, and Me and Bigger. Me and Bigger for the straight 2 days now are seen on the Ghana chart. These are how to invest. I tell you that these sectors that you see, people seeing a low price, and also company that has all it takes, knowing their word, the fundamental of the stock, and saying that most of the stock we're seeing that they're divergent in their price with their value. For that, investors should also know exactly what to do. That those that are thinking medium and long for traders, you must combine your momentum and divergence to know exactly what to do and what not to do in the market as we speak. Yes, we want to look at this stocks before we close today. Look at GT code, look at Resta, look at the East Bank, look at Me and Baker. These are the trend. Then look at Zenith Bank. Then lastly, look at what is happening in yes in I mentioned in Dangote Cement. Let's see that permit us. Let's quickly go to the chart. You can see the chart. You know before that I will tell you that it's also in the what in a bearish channel. Still have not break out, but still within that channel. We're still watching to see what will come out at the end of the day. Once the numbers that we're expecting come to the market, if that numbers come to the market and beat expectation, we might see a rebound in the market quickly. Will all depend on the strength of the number and also other information that will come from whether the regulators or economic managers. You can see it here, where the market is. You don't need to really worry yourself much because this is a correction. The market has gone up, also correct. You can see what the reversal is here. Let's see how far it will go from here. There's no need to panic. Let's pick one. Let's look at the on a daily chart. Let's call up our indicators before we can go for that to look at them. Let's call our indicators up. I have explained things to you now to guide you. And that is why it's a live class so that you can get the feeling of what is happening in the market. Yes, we're going to use this what we call the commodity channel index because it helps you to identify trend. Easily a change in trend, you can easily know it from this indicator. So you know exactly what to do, and others want to know where the momentum within the change in the in trend. This is why you need to know. Let's go to our C line, money flow, C line. Look at our money flow. Yeah, our money flow will change it to what to 8 it's this even exponential for short term trader like you and I. Yes, you can see for yourself. It's very clear on this blue line here. I think that the market is still below what below the T line, but still green. Once it break out this blue line, which is the T line, that confirm that market has entered another bullish trend. So that you can jump in. But for also you can see that the market is far from the T line, so it's a sign that the reversal is under. It's underway. And if you come down and look, I said this CCI, which is commodity channel index, for give you what we call a change in what in trend. You can see that definitely you can see that there's a change in trend already. If you look at what's here, it's here down. You can say this oversold region or support level. You can see that this here try to and also see that there's already a change in trend. You can see it here. And money flow is also looking up. Yes, for me, as at yesterday, market money flow was around 24 points. For this hour, we are seeing 27 gradually. As we are coming closer to the economic data we're expecting and the early fathers releasing results in the next week, we expect them not to see what it is number that will determine where the market will go from here. This for the market for me is not a bad one, but let's look at the 1 hour chart, what the market is doing on 1 hour chart. That would be very nice. On 1 hour chart, market also is still trading along the line with you see like I've not broken that now. I see it here. I see where it is now at this hour. Our money flow, is still looking up around 39 on that, and compared also, I've seen a change in trend after pull back here. See that change in trend. You can see it here. But we go to this 1 hour chart. You can see it's a good one for me. Let's keep our finger crossed. It's better to see this kind of strong momentum coming. That's why that is a slow and weak momentum we're seeing. But once we look about a strong momentum, you know that once you cross the tail line up again, you don't know what to expect from that kind of trend. Let's quickly look at the GT code. GT code is stock to watch, stock to watch because we're seeing potential there. We're able to make good money if you are patient and you are taking what medium and long term position in this stock at this price. Yes, on the 1 hour chart, yes, you can see it here. That's why there's a a little pullback around 1685, 1680, 1690. You can see that money flow is still 43. That's why still people are still taking position. That's why that the sell off has still put the stock on below the T line for a long time. You can see it here on the 1 hour chart. But let's look at the day chart, what the stock is telling us on the day chart. You can see on the day chart, you can see that the firm is trying to form what they call consolidating, trying to consolidate at this price of 16, 1680, 1690. You can see it here on the 1 hour on the day chart. For me, it's a good one. And we're seeing recovering here, down here. Let's see how far it goes. Yes, money flow is still low here, around 22. But let's keep our finger on the stock. But I think for medium and long term position, this is stock to watch for those that are designing traders and investors in the market. Yes, let's look at what is happening in Dangote cement. So what's happening in Dangote cement? Dangote cement as we speak now. In the data, you can see below. Yeah, that's why it's still green. It was still below the T line, and the price has not changed. Still at that price. You can see it here. But this stock might likely lose marginally today because I've speak now the price around 41, down to almost 28. You can see what money flow on the data still trying to come up. Money flow is already floated, but we need to watch this momentum here. The CCI is telling us yes, it's weak. So let's watch what is going on. Let's look at the 1 hour chart for Dangote cement. Dangote cement still strong in 1 hour chart. You can see up down here, touch as far almost 250. You can see that coming now. This stock might put the market down today. But don't worry, but let's keep our fingers crossed. What I've seen here, market might close unless it rebound and that before we can say if not, it might take the market into red again today. Just like when Boa was coming down, the weight of the market in the red. Let me look at Zenith Bank and see what is paying for Zenith Bank at this hour. Zenith Bank for 1 hour still, despite the revenue decline here, you can see it's below the T line here. You can see where the momentum is relatively strong. Money flow is around 50% on the 1 hour chart. For me, it's not a bad one for today, but that's why you see the price that remains stable around there, that 19 naira and 20 naira all this while, despite what is happening in the market. Okay, I see that. Let's see what's happening. Me and Baker, National Bank is not changing because of our time. Let's look at what's happening. Me and Baker. What's happening? Me and Baker on a day chart. I see what rain yesterday. I see the green today. Momentum is strong where it is, and the money flow around the 48 on the day chart. Not a bad one. But we're seeing a slowdown in the gain. I see there. But on the 1 hour chart, still in above the T line. Let's see what it's going to bring today. And we're seeing momentum looking up here. Money flow around the 17 on the 1 hour chart. It's a good sign for the stock. Quick one, look at the Jahis Bank and the rest are before calling again. Jahis Bank. Yes, Jahis Bank on the 1 hour chart. You can see it's below the T line here. You can see it here on the 1 hour chart. You can even see it. Indicators are looking down. But let's look at the day chart. What it's saying there. The day chart, here still trading below the T line on the chart. But you can see that the momentum is relatively strong. See where it is. Let's see what money flow is really almost 90 flat looking trade. You can see from here breakdown here, try to resist the decline, but now that's crossed below the T line. You have to watch the reversal before you can jump into the stock. But I see that the bank is showing resilient in terms of it's resilient in terms of movement, and that is a good thing for the stock. A low price stock in the industry for me is a good one for that stock. Let's finally look at the rest and call it a day for today. Rest Express. Rest for me on a day chart that still is above the T line, good sign, but also we're seeing the momentum coming up, but still weak. So let's see how far money flow is also looking up to do the 39. Fine, once they break out the 50, we'll say it's strong. But let's keep our eyes on the stock. But always expecting their Q2 because March year end is for the stock. But let's keep our finger on this stock. We believe that all this Korean business with the online business we expected to do better and also going to transportation for more than there with the last investment they did on their private on their right issue. I've not seen much on the result. So that if there will turn around in this their Q2 we're expecting, that would be nice. Don't forget that there's something that is beyond world price movement. You must know that. Is it the number or what the perception of the market towards the stock? This is how we call it today. We call it a day for today. I will say thank you for your time and enjoy the rest of your trading day. See you tomorrow, hopefully by God's grace. I believe that what we have shared today was to impact your portfolio. Go back and look at your portfolio with what we have discussed. The importance of volume and value is very, very important. Don't forget to market timing and momentum. These are what you look at. That's why I encourage you to get your video and also take advantage of it. From that video, after that, you will see that there's already opportunity in the market. If you understand the video, that will also run to that place and take the opportunity and grab what is necessary and also go to smile to the back at the end of the day. Okay, see you. Enjoy the day.